Good afternoon. How's everybody doing on this Friday? Hey, Mr. Punisher. Are you still hanging around, Mr. Punisher? Yeah, so I thought I'd. Hello, Sjoe. I knew I'd steal at least one or two of Gideon's normal viewers. I'm great, thanks, Mr. Punisher. I'm sorry about the camera angle, guys. That you can see my messy side. But my family's coming home soon, and then you're going to see them walk through there. So I had to put it up there. Oh well, you'll deal with it. Hello, Brian. Are you missing your friend? Have you got a whiskey, Brian? So I don't drink whiskey. I don't drink generally. Well, Mr. Punisher's not too happy about Brian being in the comments. Oh dear. Be nice. Be nice. Okay. Right, so I have managed to do either a live stream or put up a video every single day this week. I am so proud of myself. Not saying my content's like very good, but at least I'm putting something out. So Mossberg sucks. And Joe's here. Hello, Joe. Yeah, I had to stream now because nobody else is. Because Ramon and Gideon have gone off traveling. And now my dog wants to come in the lounge. Hold on. Otherwise, she's going to stand there and scratch at the door and irritate me. Sorry about that. Oh, Brian's on the beer this afternoon. No, well, now you can wait. Now she sees people are coming home and she wants to get out the lounge, and I'm not getting up again. She'll just have to deal. Deal. Okay, so what was I saying? I was saying that the guys that normally stream at this time are not. So I'm doing my show now because I can't do it later because Joe has got Dumo Denga from Man Patria on his channel at 8:30. And I suppose I should get a link to that for you guys. And then if you all noticed, I have done a very long description. Love you too, boys. I've done a very long description, and that is all of the South African YouTubers that I follow, plus an honorary South African, Chris Wyatt. So now you know who I watch. Joe, why every time when I want to find a link to your video, can I not get it? Can you explain that to me? Hmm? Oh, hello, Reactionary Opinions. How you doing? Someone got new socks. Not your video, your live stream, Joe. So my husband is standing right by this door unpacking socks. I think my mother bought him socks. There was two icons I did not recognize, top, middle, and far right. Who are they? Okay, I'm going to go through all the icons that are in the thumbnail shortly. Crying baby, but otherwise good. Oh, sorry, Scott. What can I say? Been there, done it. Wait till they start falling out of trees. True story. My son was running in the garden and he tripped and he broke his elbow. True story. And when we got to the emergency room, the doctor said he doesn't even need to x-ray it, but he will anyway because he has to, because that's protocol, but he can tell us exactly where the break is because it's a common injury. So, yeah. CEO Tip of Show has got his Jack. I assume that's Jack Daniels. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Yes, Chris Wyatt is this honorary South African, Brian. He's American, but he knows more about South African politics and history than most South Africans I know. Yeah, Joe, I'm gonna, if I go in on mine on Google, instead of Eleutheria's on Firefox, I can find the link to your live stream because it's like the first thing that comes up. There we go. I had the same problem last night with Storm's channel. Couldn't find it on Eleutheria. So bizarre. Brian enjoys Jack Daniels, but he's more of an Irish fan. He's on a vodka kick at the moment. I don't know, I just can't drink anymore. Stop drinking when you're pregnant. And yeah, just don't get back into it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to share my screen. As soon as Firefox catches up with what I want. Oh, yes, I saw just before I came on, they flippin' lost the court case. Can you believe it? They dismissed it with costs. No cigarettes. I can't. I can't. I can't. If that's not a captured judiciary system, I don't know what is. I really don't. Okay. There we go. So, hello, girl child. Welcome back. They were at the shops. Okay. Now, okay, so this is going to be Joe's show tonight, 8:30 p.m. Set a reminder. Now let's go to Eleutheria. This is my channel landing page. Here we have my featured channels on the right. Okay, so I have Joe Emilio. Why do I watch Joe Emilio? Because we all need some comedy in our lives, and because he's a friend, and because it's interesting. And yeah, what more can I say? Then we have Chris Wyatt, who is a retired colonel from the US Army. And he has done a lot of traveling in his lifetime, and he's an incredibly clever man. So first thing that comes up, that's what she said. Brian, keep it tidy. At least try. I've missed a lot of comments and you guys are going absolutely berserk, so let me just catch up. Okay. My thoughts on the court cases. I don't really have any thoughts, Brian, because I haven't really followed them. I do believe that FITA had a strong case and the government didn't. So, I mean, what can I say? They captured. They captured. Where do I get my vape juice from? Um, um, hold on. There's my email address. I think Gideon said your name's Anton. Am I remembering correctly? Anyway, pop me an email. I cannot say if I know where you can get vape juice from or not. I'm just asking you to send me an email because I like receiving emails from my viewers. What does it mean to be dismissed with cost? It means FITA has to pay the court cost. I saw that. It was postponed to the 5th and 6th of August. Great stuff, eh? Great stuff. What browser do you use? Looks like Firefox. I'm using Firefox at the moment, but I'm sharing from Chrome. Yes, Joe has awesome roasts when he can get scheduling right and get them on a Friday night. It's going to be, I can't wait for the couple roast. I actually cannot wait for that. Yeah, I don't get it either. I just don't get it. Yeah, Anton, pop me an email. I'm not making promises, but just pop me an email. Yes, we had this discussion on Twitter earlier. The government is indeed the virus. Charles, I hope they do appeal. I hope they do. I haven't seen anything confirming that, but they should. And they absolutely should. It's nonsense. Tax is theft. Tax indeed is theft. I needed a hardware store this week So I used Google Maps and I found the ones closest to me that were not a builder's warehouse or anything like that. And I phoned them and I said, if I pay you cash, I expect you not to claim this income. And they laughed and agreed with me. So tax is armed robbery. Pretty much, because what happens if you don't pay your tax, they come and arrest you and throw you in jail. So yeah, I think we can all agree on that. So whilst you guys carry on with your comments, I'm gonna carry on with, well, you all know why I subscribe to Paratus, and that's because he red pilled me as far as guns go. And yeah, what more can I say? Reactionary opinions. I started watching reactionary opinions because germ warfare told me I should listen to people that I don't necessarily agree with. And I thought, well, I probably won't agree with them. And then I ended up agreeing with them anyway. So there's that. Renegade Report is probably one of the first creators that I ever started watching, South African creators. And yeah, I mean, if you don't know Renegade Report, then just go look it up and go and listen to some of their old stuff on Cliff Central as well. And I think everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. Man Patriot, I think that's one of the ones you didn't recognize. I think it was Mr. Punisher, or was it Anton that said that? That's Dumo Denga's channel. He also has a website with podcasts on manpatriot.com. So go check him out. And then Jason Batt is Mashup Fix. He has a podcast that he calls the Conscious Debriefing Podcast, and I have been on it twice. So there we go. That's who I feature on my landing page, but who I actually subscribe to, all of them are in the description for this video. And there you go. Anarcho-capitalist is a very interesting political philosophy. I don't know exactly what all the nuance behind that philosophy is. So I have a feeling I'm probably a bit of an anarcho-capitalist because I'm a little bit anarchist, like in certain things. So yeah. 1.1% of all deaths in South Africa during this period of in extremist response to a deadly societal threatening pandemic are actually people who have this super virus. I'm trying to translate that into actual words. So only 1.1% of the people that have died as a result of this has actually been because of the virus. Is that what she's saying, Brian? It was Mr. Punisher that didn't recognize the logos. More accurately, tax is extortion, not armed robbery. True. True. Guys, I read the article. So government doesn't think that being addicted to sex makes it essential. Government doesn't care. Maybe I should stop sharing my screen instead of just advertising my channel like that, hey? Here we go. I thought Fita was arguing that the science did not make sense. Yeah. Yeah. Which is why the judgment doesn't make sense, because the government didn't really bring any rebuttals to the fact that they said the science doesn't make sense. That they learn unsubstantiated science. I don't know. True, Brian. Paratus is going to have some super surprises coming up soon on his channel. I'm surrounded by people I don't agree with, but it makes life that much more interesting. Yeah, it does. It's, if you're not having conversations with people that you don't agree with, you can't grow as a person. Which I think was Germ's argument for doing that, for saying what he said. A good debater can argue both sides of an argument. You want to convince someone of your point of view, you need to be able to understand their point of view and how they are thinking. Absolutely. And Mr. Punisher's coming in with a possible truth bomb. Yeah, I think someone was cut. It took them 3 weeks to judge on an urgent matter. 3 weeks. Tell me there wasn't some payoff going on there. Come on now, please. No lives matter to government. Nope. Pinar, welcome back. How's things in Thailand? I hear you, Joe. I hear you. Fuck ANC. Fuck the National Corona Command Council. Yep. Someone should make videos about infrastructure projects they have tried before they piss away more tax revenue. Exactly. Yes. Okay. Okay. I thought that's where you were going, but such long sentences confuse my little Irish brain. So yes. It's monsoon season in Thailand, but at least there was never a lockdown. But you can't come home either. I bet you don't want to, because you can buy cigarettes and you were always able to buy booze. So yeah. I really thought that cigarettes would be back soon. But even Bat was thinking that cigarettes would be back soon. So oh, by the way, democracy sucks from reactionary opinions. Yeah, I gotta admit, I don't really understand this whole argument about democracies and how they don't work and how we don't really have a democracy or whatever. Although countries that do have democracies actually end up going too far left and stuff like that. I think that's what the argument is. I don't know. I don't really understand it, but I'd like to learn about that. Oh, there was an alcohol ban for 3 weeks. Okay. And I'm not for banning anything. But I suppose 3 weeks is better than, I think it was 10 weeks for us. CEO tip of show. Please subscribe to him. I have linked his channel in that big ass long description at the bottom. Please go subscribe. My noble purpose in life is to enlighten business leaders so we can collectively take over government functions and force their shrinkage. That is the only way forward. I agree. Smaller government, let civil society take over things. Absolutely. Some of the surprises are on his channel. Some will be cool stuff you can buy. Some will be cool new projects. I know about one of the projects. Very little, but I do know some. I saw that he bought some, he's already paid for some caps. So that's great. And the rest, I guess we'll just have to wait for. Yeah, Scott, it's a long time since I watched that content that you put out. Okay, I'll go back and rewatch it. I shall do that. I promise. And now the guys are talking about what she said. So we're not going to go there. Yes, we are the only country in the world that maintains a tobacco ban and with no end in sight because of postponing court cases and stuff. I'm so glad to see that these two are going to be getting together. And I don't mean that in a dirty way, Brian. Before you go and type, that's what she said again. I feel like I need a drink. But actually all I want to drink is coffee. And my last cup of coffee did not last. Don't know why. Have I left any South African creators out that are worth watching? And I don't mean like vloggy shit and like vapid content. I want like, I should probably put Conscious Caracal on my landing page as well. He deserves to be there. Who else is there? Oh yes. Oh yes. She sure was. Yep. I watched that this morning and enjoyed it. You guys need to follow Unati on Twitter if you aren't already. Let's go find Twitter. Oh my word. No, I have to share this. Let's just change this quickly. Because this type of work cuck is really, really starting to annoy me. Anyway. whilst that decides to find it. Let's just get you guys a link to Notiquata on Twitter. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I still haven't watched her thing on ENCA with Gareth Cliff. I need to watch that. Hello, Jerm. Welcome, welcome. Did you hear us talking about you that you decided to join? Brian's got to fly. Cheers, Brian. Go safely. Thoughts on Tito's budget? He didn't really deliver much. We still have a bloated wage bill. We still have too much spending going on. I don't know what to say. Like, it's putting a band-aid over a bullet wound, really. It's not going to achieve anything. I don't understand either, but Orania is a good example of anarcho-capitalism at work. Yeah, good thinking. Jim, did you ever live in Nelspruit? You need a drink, been on the phone with Mark Oppenheimer and Gillian Benson about today's tobacco ruling. Yeah, Jim, what the fuck? You're telling me that wasn't bought? You know, I think that all the people in South Africa do deserve to have their own communities with their own people. The Zulus can stay together in their community and preserve their culture. The Sothos can stay together in their community and preserve their culture. Afrikaners can stay together in their community and preserve their culture. What is wrong with it? There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. And Lucy causing cuck about that on Twitter this week was just him feeling irrelevant and wanting to race bait, because that's what he does. Morning Shot is in the thumbnail, isn't it? Do I really need to explain why I watch Morning Shot? I watch Morning Shot because he gives a good analysis of the news, not all the news, obviously, because like who has time for that? And yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see if he gets his way or if he gets fired. I agree that there shouldn't be bailouts, absolutely. Get rid of them, sell them, everything. The topic, is Mr. Patriarch not on my, okay, I'll add him to the description. Reactionary. The topic was the fact that Gideon and Ramon aren't streaming, so I am, and why I have those channels on my landing page of my channel. And Morning Shot's not in the description. I'll add him as well. Thank you. And yeah, just South African creators that are worth watching, that I feel are worth watching and that I watch. And of course you're there, Jim. So Lesufi is a pupil that tries to shift attention away from his mediocre, corrupt department by pointing the finger and crying racism. hmm And did you know that only white, Afrikaans, racist parents homeschool their children because they don't want them to mingle? Did you know that? That's what Lesufi says. So yeah, don't like him. I was going to show you guys this. Let's just go back to sharing screen. I'm not logged in. Hold on. This one, obviously. Of course, now it's gone. Under trending in South Africa, when I looked just now, it said menstruation, but men was in capital letters. Why? Why? Anyway, Tito won't get support from his cadres, but if he gets it right, then I will be forever a fan. I hope he does get it right. Yeah, I don't know. That's democracy for you. Tyranny of the majority. Yeah, that I agree with. Please pick up my phone and go to settings. You will find a COVID-19 tracker. Make sure it's turned off. You know what, Jim? If I was that concerned about being tracked, I wouldn't do this, and I wouldn't even own a mobile phone because let's face it, whether the tracker's turned on or off or whatever, what difference does it really make? Like, I'm not going to be paranoid about it. Girl child, you can't sit there and stare at me with puppy dog eyes. No, you're not getting a puppy. No. Bye. Yeah? A mug with a pug on it. Okay. A pug mug. Was it very short and squashed? Okay. Was its handle like a weird shape? Like square maybe? I'm making a joke about pugs. You're not getting a pug. No, you're not. I'm sick of this racism bullshit. Did you see the shitstorm of NASCAR and the Bubba Wallace news story? I only saw one tweet about that, to be honest, and I didn't really follow up after that. Yeah. All right. Well, I've been going for 40 minutes, just about. And that's around about the time frame that the children start doing silly things and try to annoy me. They go watch it on something. Oh, yeah, that's right. We took devices away because you guys were naughty. I wasn't the one. It's never me, Mom. Anywho, I gotta go because I also gotta preserve my time on StreamYard because I don't pay for StreamYard. It was not a noose, it's a rope handle they used to open and close the garage doors in the pit lane. Okay. Is it tonight, Germ? With this Church of Satan? Well, it all depends what time Joe and Dumo finish up. Then I'll come join your stream. I did a lekker interview with a longtime friend of mine, Dr. Doomy, about racism and Ubuntu. Is that on CEO Tip-Off Show? Otherwise, let me know which channel. You can always comment after the fact with a link. It'll work then. 2 shows. Okay. So what you doing tonight, Jim? Or is it another one of those, phoning because I'm bored and my wife's at work? It's one of those. We won't talk about why my hair's messy. Okay, cool. It's on CEO Tip-Off Show. So guys, that is linked in the description below. I will add Mr. Patriarch and I will add Morning Shot. Okay, you got Peter Boghossian on tonight. I might not catch it live, but I will watch the replay, Germ. Okay. All right, everybody. Got to preserve my time so that I can keep streaming regularly and keep doing stuff on a daily basis. How to have impossible conversations. Yes, that's on my reading list, thanks to you, Jim. And yeah, everybody, the children have come back inside. They're done playing soccer with Dad, so it's now time for me to sign off, seriously. Okay, have a good one. Stay safe. Don't wear a mask if you don't have to.